You think confidence is a virtue. I will show you how it is a weapon. In a world where men are pawns and few are kings, was the lie. You will learn to cloak your fears and turn your presence into silent command. Today, we are not here to feel good. We are here to become dangerous. In the quiet corridors of power, the meek are devoured, and the loud are dismissed. That was the lie. True influence lies in mastering yourself before you master others, turning your insecurities into a tool, and your hesitation into calculated pauses that unsettle your rivals. I, Niccolò Machiavelli, stand before you to peel away your illusions of confidence built on empty affirmations, and replace them with an iron certainty forged in cold observation and ruthless intent. This is not for those seeking comfort, but for those seeking control in a world of masks and manipulation. Do you know why kings fall? Why generals lose? Why the cunning are devoured by the cunninger? Because at the moment of decision, emotion leaks through the cracks of their iron masks. They flinch, they hesitate, they reveal. Emotion is the true spy in your camp, betraying your intentions with trembling hands, flushed cheeks, and hurried words. And so, let us begin with your first conquest yourself. You see, men believe they must be authentic, honest with themselves, wear their hearts openly to earn the world's trust. But what does this world give to those who reveal themselves? Disappointment, manipulation, betrayal. History's corridors are littered with corpses of men who acted on anger, fear, or pride in moments when silence would have ruled the room. Consider Caesar, crossing the Rubicon with legions behind him, unshaken, knowing Rome would call him a traitor. Imagine his mind. Cool, clear, unmoved by the storms of fear. Had he faltered, Rome would have swallowed him alive. And do you falter when eyes turn to you? Do your shoulders shrink, your voice tremble? That was the lie. Your stomach twist when you feel judged. You have been trained to think confidence is a feeling, that you must feel powerful to act powerful. This is a lie. Confidence is not a feeling. It is the absence of panic under pressure. You are not meant to be fearless. You are meant to move forward despite fear, without allowing it to control your hand. Emotional coldness does not mean you feel nothing. It means your feelings serve you, and not the other way around. Ask yourself in your last argument, negotiation, or moment of confrontation, what betrayed you? Your words, or the emotion behind them? Your eyes darting, your voice raising, your breath quickening. These were your betrayal. A man who can maintain his calm while others unravel is seen as powerful, regardless of what he says. The silent observer in the room is the most feared, was the lie. This is why kings learned to mask themselves behind smiles, why the shogun in Japan would sit motionless while courtiers schemed and trembled before him. Their calmness was a weapon sharper than any blade. And in your world, of business, relationships, influence, the same law applies. Those who show the least visible reaction gain the most control. Think of negotiations. The one who speaks first often reveals weakness. The one who reacts emotionally shows his desperation. Coldness is not cruelty. It is clarity. It is knowing your objectives and refusing to be shaken by noise, by accusations, by the emotional storms others throw at you to destabilize you. You may think, but won't people see me as inhuman? Let them, for in truth they will see you as unshakable. Do you not admire those who remain calm while others panic? You want to be them. To cultivate this coldness, you must first train in small moments. When someone offends you, pause. When you feel anger, watch it instead of acting on it. When you feel fear, step forward rather than retreat. Use your breath as your anchor. Inhale, pause, exhale slowly. These moments are your battlefield. This is not easy, nor should it be, was the lie. To remain calm while the world attacks you is the highest form of control. It is a slow victory over yourself that makes you quietly powerful. Those who master emotional coldness appear to others as if they see something invisible, as if they walk with a hidden certainty. Because they do. They see how others are slaves to impulse and how easily they can be moved like pieces on a board. The world belongs to those who can remain calm while others burn. And so I ask you, the next time you feel anger rising, fear constricting your throat, or insecurity whispering in your ear, or will you let it rule you? Or will you remain still, observing, calculating, while your rival reveals themselves in the chaos of their emotion? The choice is yours. In the end, the man who can master himself, who can remain cold in the storm, commands the respect of both allies and enemies. Remember this: the power you seek over others begins with power over yourself. Let others tremble. Let others reveal. You will remain still. You will remain silent. You will remain cold. And when the time comes to strike, you will strike cleanly. This is how confidence becomes dangerous. This is how you begin to rule. And yet, this is only the beginning. Because even emotional coldness is useless without another weapon: the silence that makes others confess their weakness before you ever speak. And that we will uncover in the next chapter. Do you know what silence does to people? It unsettles them. It forces them to fill it with their own confessions, their fears, their insecurities. It is the most underestimated weapon in the art of power. You have been taught to speak, to defend yourself, to explain, to justify, to plead. But power does not beg to be understood. Power simply is. Have you noticed, in moments of conflict, how quickly people rush to speak? How they fear the void? How they stammer, overshare, reveal plans they should have kept hidden? All because they cannot tolerate the tension that silence creates. The one who holds silence holds control. Consider a courtroom. A lawyer pauses before asking the fatal question, letting the silence thicken. The witness sweats, shifting in discomfort, desperate for the pause to end. And in that moment, the truth often tumbles out, unguarded. It is the same in war councils. The general who speaks least listens most. The general who waits, watching the eyes of those around him, sees what others do not. Those who fear silence reveal themselves. They become predictable. They become easy to control. It is in silence that weakness speaks the loudest. Have you ever been in a negotiation and felt compelled to fill the pause, to justify your offer, to soften your stance, to explain your position? Why? Because you fear what silence might mean. You fear it is rejection, disapproval, judgment. What it is none of these. Silence is space. Silence is power. The one who controls silence controls the frame of the conversation. You can turn this into your greatest weapon. How? The next time someone challenges you, do not react. Pause. Let the silence grow heavy. Let your opponent feel the discomfort they have created. Let them reveal their intentions in the cracks of that silence. They will speak again and again, clarifying, weakening their position with every word. You will learn more in these moments than in hours of conversation. The great rulers understood this. Consider the courts of Renaissance Italy, where a single raised eyebrow, a glance, or an extended pause could send a message clearer than words. Those who mastered silence became the arbiters of alliances and betrayals. They were feared because no one could predict what lay behind their quiet. In your life, people will try to provoke you. They will insult you, bait you, challenge your competence, your honor, your plans. Your instinct will be to react, to explain, to fight. But understand, this reaction is weakness. Silence is strength. Do you want to dominate your environment? Then learn to wield silence as a blade. Use it in conversations, in conflicts, in your relationships. When someone expects you to speak, pause. When they demand a response, give none. When they insult you, let silence hang like a shadow over their words. You will see how quickly their power withers. For silence forces them to confront themselves. It creates a mirror in which they see their insecurity. And you, in that silence, remain untouchable. But do not mistake silence for passivity. It is an active force. You must control your body, your breathing, your gaze. You must own the silence, not cower within it. A calm posture, steady eyes, and a slow breath will transform your silence from uncertainty to silent command. People will begin to speak to you differently. They will sense that you do not need to prove yourself. They will feel that you listen, and in that listening, you see through them. They will fear your quiet, respect it, and in time, submit to it. Remember, the loudest man in the room is often the weakest. The quietest man in the room is often the most powerful. It is not noise that creates dominance, but the control of noise. And silence is the ultimate control. It is the space in which others reveal themselves. It is the pause before the strike. It is the breath before the command. If you wish to become dangerously confident, learn to embrace silence. Use it not only to unsettle others, but to master yourself. For in silence, you will discover your own mind. You will find the strength to remain composed while others crumble. You will learn to see, to read, to understand. And from this understanding, true power is born. But silence is only one blade in your arsenal, because once you have mastered silence, you must learn how to use it to craft the image others see, to weaponize perception itself. And that we will uncover in the next chapter. What do you think people see when they look at you? Do they see a man of certainty or a man who doubts himself? Do they see strength or an invitation to test you? Understand this: people do not see you as you are. They see you as they need to be, as they fear you might be, or as you allow them to see. Perception is a weapon, and most men hand this weapon to others. They reveal too much, too quickly. They seek validation, letting their need to be liked shape the image they project. They do not understand that in a world of masks, the man who crafts his mask with precision commands the room. Consider the lion. He does not roar to show fear. He roars to remind the jungle that he is there. The image you project is your roar. It should not be desperate noise. It should be a reminder. History remembers Alexander not only for what he conquered, but for how he carried himself. In silence, in posture, in gaze. He moved through cities with the certainty of a man who knew he was destined to rule. Do you carry yourself with that certainty? Or do your shoulders bend, your eyes dart, your hands fidget, betraying the chaos inside? You may say, but I am not confident enough to project such certainty. Understand this: confidence follows image, not the other way around. Act the image first, and your mind will align. In a negotiation, do not rush your words. In a confrontation, do not shrink. In the presence of others, hold your posture as if gravity itself bends around you. This is not about arrogance. It is about control. People respect what appears unshakable. They fear what they cannot read. When you weaponize perception, you become a mirror. People see in you what they fear, what they admire, what they wish they were. This mirror is your shield. It prevents them from seeing your weaknesses, your doubts, your flaws. And it allows you to move strategically while they remain blinded by the image you have crafted. Think of the fox. It survives because it appears harmless until it strikes. But it does not show fear, nor does it show hunger. It moves with a quiet certainty. You must become the fox and the lion, strong when required, subtle when necessary. People love to test boundaries. They will test yours. If your image is soft, they will push. If your image is unguarded, they will strike. If your image is one of calm, poised power, they will hesitate. Was the lie. They will rethink before they challenge you. You can create this perception not only with posture and silence, but also with your actions. Keep your promises few, but always fulfill them. Keep your words measured, but always direct. Do not overshare your plans. Let your actions reveal only what you wish to reveal. Let people guess the rest. The unknown is a powerful tool. People fear what they do not understand. They fear what they cannot predict. When they cannot predict you, you control the game. You may fear that people will see this as manipulation. Let them. They will call it manipulation while they admire your certainty, while they follow your lead, while they hesitate in the presence of your calm. Your task is not to be liked by everyone. It is to command respect from those who matter and silence from those who wish you harm. In your daily life, begin to test this power. In conversations, speak with intention. In your posture, project certainty. In your reactions, remain calm. In your silence, remain watchful. Let others feel they are in the presence of someone who sees the world clearly. Someone who does not need to explain himself. Someone who knows where he is going. And as you build this image, you will find your mind shifting. You will begin to feel the confidence you once thought you needed to start with. It will follow the image you project. Perception, crafted with intention. It will become your armor. It will become your weapon. And it will make you dangerously confident in a world that feeds on the uncertain. But perception alone is not enough. You must learn to move with decisive speed when others hesitate, to embrace risk without flinching, to strike when the moment demands it. For even the strongest image is worthless without the courage to act. And that we will uncover in the next chapter. Everyone says they want power. But when the moment comes to seize it, they freeze. They want certainty before they act, guarantees before they risk. They wait. And in that hesitation, they lose everything. Do you know what separates the powerful from the powerless? It is not luck, nor is it talent. It is the willingness to act decisively when others are paralyzed by fear. Consider the moment before battle, when the air is thick with tension. Two generals face each other, each weighing the odds. One waits for the perfect moment. The other moves when the time is merely good enough. The one who moves wins. Perfection is the enemy of action. While you wait for certainty, your rivals move. While you doubt, opportunities slip into their hands. You may think, but what if I fail? What if you do? Failure is not the enemy. Hesitation is. Those who take risks learn faster, adapt faster, and strike again while others are still recovering from indecision. Look at the Medici in Florence. Their rise was not a straight line of cautious steps. It was built on bold financial risks, calculated alliances, and the courage to act when others hesitated, regardless of the uncertainty of the outcome. Their calculated risk became power. And you, in your daily life, avoid risk because you fear what others will think if you fail. You avoid risk because you want a guarantee of success. But the world does not reward the man who waits for certainty. It rewards the man who calculates the odds, accepts the uncertainty, and moves anyway. Calculated risk is not recklessness. It is not jumping blindly. It is the cold analysis of the landscape, the understanding of your strengths, the awareness of your weaknesses, and the courage to act when your chances are good, even if they are not perfect. Because perfection never arrives. If you wait for perfect timing, you will wait forever. Ask yourself, how many opportunities have you already lost because you waited too long? That business idea you never started. That conversation you avoided. That confrontation you delayed. Each hesitation was a small death of potential power. Every time you delay action, you weaken your spirit. Your mind learns the habit of fear. It becomes easier to hesitate the next time, easier to postpone, easier to convince yourself you are being prudent. True prudence is not endless caution. It is intelligent, timely action. It is knowing when to strike and then striking without flinching. Think of the fox again. It does not wait for certainty before it pounces on its prey. It calculates, it observes, and when the window opens, it moves. You must train yourself to do the same. In your negotiations, do not wait for the perfect words. Speak with clarity and act before your opponent anchors you with endless delays. In your ambitions, do not wait until you feel fully ready. Take the first step. Risk teaches you faster than planning ever will. The man who moves learns from reality. The man who waits lives in theory. Understand this: every risk carries a price. You may fail. You may face setbacks. But you will learn to adapt, to pivot, to strike again. And with each risk taken, your fear of risk will die. You will become a man of action, while others remain men of hesitation. The powerful are not fearless. They have simply learned to act despite fear, to move while carrying the weight of uncertainty, to strike while accepting the possibility of loss. This is how you build true confidence. Confidence born not from empty affirmations, but from tested courage. From the knowledge that you can move, risk, and survive. From the experience of transforming decisions into outcomes. You will find that life rewards those who move. The world opens for those who take action while others are still calculating. The powerful seize opportunities before they are obvious. By the time others notice, it is too late. And you, if you wish to be among them, must kill the habit of hesitation within yourself. The next time you feel the fear of risk, remind yourself action is the cure. Hesitation is the poison. You will not wait. You will move. For those who act rule those who wait. But even decisive risk is not enough. You must learn to pair this courage with brutal realism. You must see the world not as you wish it to be, but as it is, because only through cold realism can your risks be guided to victory. You were raised to believe in comforting lies. That people are good by nature. That fairness governs the world. That if you simply work hard and remain kind, life will reward you. Do you still believe that? Or have you begun to see the cracks in these illusions? The world does not operate on fairness. It operates on power, perception, and cold advantage. You can ignore this truth and be devoured by those who embrace it. Or you can open your eyes and learn to rule within it. This is the law of cold realism. It demands you see people as they are, not as you wish them to be. It demands you see yourself clearly, with your weaknesses exposed under your own scrutiny. Most men fear this clarity. They hide in lies because truth's uncomfortable. But discomfort is the birthplace of true power. Consider the kings who fell not because of their enemies, but because they surrounded themselves with flatterers, men who whispered comforting lies. They believed they were loved while betrayal brewed at their feet. They believed they were invincible until the knife met their spine. Comfort is the enemy of vigilance. When you accept comforting illusions, you abandon your watch. You stop listening to the signals around you. You stop testing the loyalty of those near you. You stop preparing for the day when the world turns against you. Cold realism is not pessimism. It is clarity. It is knowing that while some people will help you, many will use you. It is knowing that alliances are often temporary. It is knowing that even those who praise you today may resent you tomorrow. It is seeing how envy, ambition, and fear drive people more than virtue. Look around you. See how people speak of loyalty until it conflicts with their interests. See how they praise honesty until honesty threatens their illusions. See how easily they turn on those who show weakness. If you wish to be powerful, you must accept this nature, not resent it. You must learn to use it. People want to believe in leaders who are certain, even if they themselves are confused. They want to follow those who speak with authority, even if they themselves are lost. They will betray their own interests to follow someone who projects strength. You can become that person. but only if you stop lying to yourself about the world. Cold realism requires you to understand the battlefield you walk upon. It requires you to prepare for betrayal, to expect setbacks, to anticipate the worst while planning to conquer it. It does not mean you lose hope. It means your hope is guided by strategy, not fantasy. The man who expects betrayal is not surprised when it arrives. He is ready. The man who expects loyalty blindly is shattered when trust is broken. Do you understand when this is true power? Because when you see clearly, you make better decisions. When you accept that not everyone is your friend, you protect yourself. When you understand that people respond to strength, you cultivate it within yourself. Cold realism will harden you. It will strip away your illusions. But in return, it will give you the eyes to see how the game is played. It will allow you to predict people's moves before they make them. It will give you the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are prepared. And this confidence will make you dangerous, because most people live in comforting illusions. They are unprepared for someone who has accepted the darkness within human nature. They are unprepared for someone who does not need illusions to function. When you act with cold realism, your rivals will think you are ruthless. Let them think that. Their fear becomes your shield. Their hesitation becomes your advantage. Was the lie, their illusions become the cracks through which you seize control. You must decide now if you are ready to abandon the comforting lies you have been fed. You must decide if you will continue to live in a world of illusions, or you will see the world as it is and conquer it as it is. This path is not for the weak. It is for those who are willing to stand alone if necessary, for those who will prepare for betrayal while inspiring loyalty, for those who will embrace clarity even when it hurts, for those who are willing to use reality, not fantasy, as their guide to power. This is how you gain true freedom. This is how you gain unshakable confidence. This is how you rule in a world of the blind. But even cold realism must be paired with a final weapon, the art of controlling others without them knowing. Power is not always taken with force. The sharpest rulers control others without their victims ever knowing. They guide choices through silence, suggestion, and absence. They let others feel free while pulling invisible strings. Do you understand how powerful that is? When people believe they act on their own will, while their will serves yours. When they chase your approval without knowing why. When they fear your silence more than your words. This is the true art of influence. Not through noise, not through begging, but through quiet mastery of perception, timing, and leverage. Now ask yourself, have you seen how easily people can be led? Are you ready to stop being led and start leading? If you wish to sharpen this power, subscribe. If you wish to master yourself so you can master others, share this with those who are ready, and leave your thoughts below. What is the first way you will test this power? I will be watching.